Greetings everyone, and Angrade here of another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the orange English, we got a Puppypaw. Spawn on the left side as the purple House of Lancaster, we got Chrysaor. Still don't know how to properly pronounce any of the names. Either way, gold deposit house, nothing too crazy, no mana arms rush. Over here, got a mining camp, nothing too crazy. Look at map generation. Orange's tree deposit course right over here, purple's right here, so both provide some good natural coverage here and way over here, so not as usable, but could be nice to have. Still, this one's pretty useful for natural coverage, so just a couple small walls and you're good to go. Orange's is a pretty nice little concave as well. So both players should have some easy wall-ins with initial resources. In which orange has two small gold deposits back here, as well as berries, including the small expansion berry and some deer. Down south, got the gold and larger berry deposit next to stone, with Pumbaa nearby, so a decent amount of resources right here. Large ones in the center here and over here, near the trading posts. Gold and stone next to each other outside the expansion, out of the concave. Gold here and here, so both of them have two small gold deposits behind. Overall, it seems like map generation is pretty fair on both sides, maybe slightly better for orange, but ever so slightly. And purple is going for a health on some. Is this going to be for manners or for a a town center? He is going for Abbey of Kings, which of course gives him some Lords of Lancaster. Oh, I just realized something as well. Its basic mirror match was slightly off, and they're both going Abbey of Kings. I didn't put two and two together. And orange is collecting a pile of stone as well. This is likely for a secondary town center. I still don't know if this is going to be for... Oh, Manors is age 2. Never had to really think about can you build Manors in age 1. But is purple going eye for Manors or town center? He has enough resources for a town center, so it could be for a town center. And we got some Manors now being deployed in the field. Town center here in the middle of the deer deposit, with a decent amount of sheeple as well. Picks off a couple of deer, doing a good job of corralling them. Yep, just pick them all off. And that's still a good spot there. Exotic doggo here. Oh, we still got one more forest pupper there. So did miss one of the deer. So we got the king now deployed in the field. Lords of Lancaster, of course, the ones on the field. Lords of Lancaster and the king has the same weapon, which is equally not great. The king has high health, relatively low armor for a heavy cavalry, slightly faster than heavy cavalry. In this case, slightly faster than the scout. And there's the Lord of Lancaster there, which also has the same amount of armor. Pretty healthy, has mana arms moon speed. Actually 14 damage. Looks like the weapon was nerfed from one of the patches, my mistake. I just remember for the longest time they both had the same weapon. A very fine sword. The Lord is advancing, does slice this scout a little bit. Right now the king will defeat the Lord of Lancaster 1-1 in combat, but that's some pretty good volleys there. We fall back to AngradeVT to get some excellent health regen. I think people should really use the Abbey Kings more often for health regen. But he at least still has that health regen aura. No additional Lords of Lancaster on the field just yet. We do actually have a secondary town center, so we went for both a manor and a town center. So, and third town center going on up. Abbey Kings over here does still provide the health regen aura, which people don't use enough. So he can still take some damage there and potentially get healed up no problem. But the villagers do get impaled a little bit. Though being impaled a little bit's not great. Nice little micro there. Picks off the king before that slice connects. and had 9 HP remaining, so that slice would have been lethal, but got picked off in time. The king is dead, along with the scout. Does pick off that exotic doggo there. And the rest of this deer deposit is being cleaned up. 16 villagers will eat through the deer pretty quickly. Almost quickly as me. And looks like the sheeple being obtained here as well. I forgot there's also the sheep tag there. So purple found 25 sheep in total, while orange has found 17. Of course, orange does have excellent farms. Lords of Lancaster, or House of Lancaster, has some eye on manners instead. We do now the King's Palace now going on up, which is another town center, which is a third town center for Orange, as opposed to the third town center over here. King's Palace is being built. Purple may eye for the White Tower. Could eye for the King's Cool Egg. Because after all, Timmy needs to go to college as well. Cooking up some more. It looks like the last of the sheeple being obtained. It's hard to say how many carcasses there are. But some of these villagers are having trouble or have to rotate around to other ones. It could be just saturation of the bodies. Barracks have been put on the field. Lords of House Lancaster does have an age 3 heavy infantry rather than age 1 heavy infantry. A large number of villagers here. Not a lot of wood. I'm not sure what the purple's eyeing for these villagers. Ah, that's what he's eyeing. With White Tower in between everything, there may be enough room for some farms there. English knights now being employed in the field. White Tower is actually got interrupted. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe misclick. Upon age up, we'll also get 3 Earls Guards, same as building the keep. Hardened Spearman is being researched by the House of Lancaster. Each player has knights on the field, 2 of them, 3 more on the build queue. Which is going to say good night to his opponent. The Earl's Guard is a nice little force multiplier there. More Lords of Lancaster being employed in the field. No King on the field being queued on up. When these knights are getting damaged, bring them back to Abbey to get some health regen going. Finds White Tower. Yep, that knight barely escaped out of there. 6 health remain. 1 more arrow's done for her. Send that knight back to the Abbey Kings, get some health regen going. Find some Earl's Guards, which do have like faster, I think regular spearman movement speed. Yep. Well, Lords of Lancaster will slow down the formation, but make them a bit more healthy. Knight does pick off a villager. Knights are sending these villagers for their forever sleep. What a good knight they are. Okay, that joke's probably getting a little bit bad. Either way, Earl's Guard, Scout. Throw daggers at the villager. Impales the lady. Looks like these guys were Call of Duty players. They do offer the same damage armor as men-at-arms. Granted, they do not get armor clad like the English player. But of course, they get that powerful dagger throw ability. Looks like these Earl's Guards are going down. Good number of these guys are quite wounded. Fall back to Abbey. Perfect, he's actually doing it. Clearly, they should, players who play English and get the Abbey Kings, as well as House Lancaster, should play as a bit more Kane's Wrath to pull back units to War Factory. Get that concept going. 4 Lords of Lancaster on the field. Some Spearmans being put on the field. Crossbowmans as well. Big round of housing here. Condensed land practices, increasing the manor build limit by 4. More farms there, though not very well placed, honestly. Oh well. You can at least there will be a 3-farm deep patch there. Buildman upgrade complete for the Lords of the House of Lancaster. Villagers are obtaining berries. Three monks in the field. Got the various economic texts for the House of Lancaster on the field. English player has gone for a handful of veteran longbowmen, good number of knights, and 1 crossbowman. Monk becomes extra holy. Good number of spearmen there. That's going to be a big spear brace there. A bunch of angry men and pointy sticks is incredibly lethal to the knights. Knights are pulling on back. Longbowmen, of course, they move the same speed as crossbowmen. One of the slightly not great things about longbowmen is just they have reduced movement speed. You also see -1 armor, putting them down to 0-0. Doesn't look like negative armor exists in this game. Longbowman hit some spearmans. Purple has picked up a relic. Let's switch out the religious status for time frame. Purple's claimed to picked up 2. In the last relic for orange here. House of Lancaster going for more crossbowmen. Goes for a handful of Earl's Guards. In the poke situation, a handful of throwing knives is quite nice. The range for them, I can't remember, but it was decent. Though probably can't range crossbowmen, but at least they're not light and have armor, so longbowmen will have a bit of trouble piercing them. The gate will be set ablaze and likely destroyed before the villagers can reach to it. That's going to be a bunch of dead villagers. Purple mistimed to repair, to say the least. More housing going on up. Textiles being reached by the House of Lancaster. We do have now the veteran horseman's being researched by the English player. And looks like going for some gold there. Going for gold. Try and torch down this palisade gate. Takes out some spearmans. We do have the Earl's Guard charging forward. Dagger throws is 7.5 range. That's actually quite significant. Longbow's natural range is 7. Got the Ruin Guard Palace not being blown in field, which does include, I provide a bunch of fun units. I really do like the Warren Guard Palace. Richard Palace is a solid range defensive structure. Warren Guard Palace gives some unique units that just makes it more fun. And House of Lancaster tends to go for a unique cavalry unit, a light cavalry that's cheaper but weaker than horsemen. which the footmen could be pretty good against them once the House Lancaster starts transitioning to them. Additionally, Warren Guard Rangers are very fun. If you just want to straight up a better longbowman, Warren Guard Rangers. Precision shot or synchronized shot being researched, veteran yeoman being researched in the field. We do now have the elite longbowman range 2 damage, wood chopping upgrade. Got a keep going on up here. Villagers may get impaled once again. We're now propose a population of 313 villagers versus 300, or not 300, 113 versus 116. Now it's being called down quite significantly. Keep gets cancelled. And villagers going down. And we've got the War Guard Palace people on field. Let's see. Both of them have the kings. Both of them went for separate landmarks. White Tower and... what's it called? And Palace of Kings, so that was different. But now they will converge once again into their Age 4 landmark. Manor being torched on down. 1,000 or 850 health is not too significant. Yep, with the amount of ground force here, Warren Guard Rangers seem like a pretty good call. He's going for Warren Guard Raiders, which is, it gives a discounted formation of horsemen. It also builds incredibly quickly. Warren Guard Raiders has right now 19 seconds. I think it is affected by Military Academy, so I think it's like normally 25. But even then, it's like 2 knights, that's your 200, there's your 100 or 3 knights, which 2 knights is 200 gold, so you immediately get an extra knight worth of gold for free. Not to mention, just knights alone, 3 knights would be 140 times 3, which is 420. The horseman, yeah, you get a lot of free stuff here. At least 1 full knight and a horseman, I believe, for incredibly fast production speed. A lot of spearmen, a lot of Earl's Guards. Oh, there's a precision shot. That's the Magno. I don't actually know where the precision shot actually got fired. Did it bug out? Or is it just not many? Yeah, there's only 2 yeomen on the field, so not much. Oh wait, no, that was the arrow volley, the wrong ability. Does take out some of the lords. Good lord, a lord has gone down. Champion Earl's Guard now pulled in the field. Or elite. Wrong age of game. Got a single yeoman in the middle of the formation, just a feudal-aged yeoman. Knights here are statistically better on 1v1 versus Earl's Guard. While knights are a little bit cost inefficient, they are highly population efficient, so you can get a lot of damage density going. Yeoman or a longbowman firing away, he can use another arrow volley there. More elite crossover research by the House Lancaster, going for more Earl's Guards. Probably needs to go for some more spearmans. Maganel gets a good volley onto the longbowman. More Warren Guard armies. Incendiaries being researched by the English player. And going for some hand cannoneers. Longbowman protecting these villagers. Maybe a good idea to deploy out some palings just in case. Going on, these units that go on down. Villagers take some hits. These forces are starting to fall back down south. We do have the enclosures farming incendiaries being researched by the English player. Usually enclosures is one of the first things you see as the English player ages up. We do have the scuddage for gold generation manners. 7 manners currently deployed off field. Those can still go for another upgrade in capacity. And looks like these folks are trying to run down that Mangonel. Horsemen do bonus damage. Good amount of hits there. Breaks on through, going straight into his opponent's formation. He has not rebuilt the king to get some passive health regen in this formation. Those are trying to find, or knights trying to find some villagers. Handful of horsemen mixed on in. Good number of villagers over here. I forgot manners is also a food drop-off. Oh yeah, I forgot as well is that it generates more resources if villagers are collected from it. I forgot about that aspect. Because I just remember you plop it down and get more resource generation. Or just get resource generation. I'm so used to that version. It's been a while since the last House of Lancaster. I forgot the fact that the more units you have nearby, the faster the ticks are. At least the more food and wood you get from those ticks. White Tower has cannon placement. Villagers get inside the town center. Capital is pretty well garrisoned as well. Picks off another knight there with the cannon. Impales some more villagers. Magno splashes a little bit there. Elite armor attacks being researched by the House of Lancaster. Don't think we have biology yet by the English player. No, we do not. It's actually almost complete now. Orange is all secret sites now. Orange obtained the last of the big large gold deposit. This one looks like it's already been seized by Orange. Going for some stone here. Just leaving this small gold deposit here, which is currently next to a manor. Does not improve gold generation. Should a manor provide extra gold generation if it's being used as a gold drop-off? Some of these units are starting to go on down. One of the lords has gone down. Another cannon. More big power Room Guard raiders. Orange is keeping on the fire from multiple sources. Bombard from Orange providing some fire support. Picking up the Lord of Lancaster with a cannon. Orange going to fall back there. Good Noah's Nice has gone down. He has a handful of hand cannoneers in the field, 9 with 9 more on the way. He just right now is just seeing Master Earl's guards, so crossbow is probably a good idea. Though longbow won't be half bad against the crossbow he's also fighting against. The keep is still alive, got another arrow volley there. One of those lords, Lancaster, starting to go on down. Each one provides plus 5% maximum health bonus. Very nice to have for force multiplier, so losing it does knock off quite a bit of health there. Orange villagers trying to save the keep. And thus the keep will be burnt down. Crossbow firing away. Do have some of the revolt weapons now deployed in the field. Handful of oranges, village trying to escape down south towards this gold deposit. There's still 3,500 gold left there, so good amount. Cannon placement firing away. We have a purple keep here on the ruins of the old. And I recently just replayed some Supreme Commander. I think, oh, that would just make it so it costs half the amount and already start at half health for being rebuilt. Nope, wrong game. Horsemen and Knights advance by forward. Horsemen and Knights trying to pursue these siege weapons. Republicans still firing away. Purple Keep is going on up. Spearmen and Earl's Guards are taking out some of these villagers. There still has a Sacred Site victory counting in his favor, but it got neutralized now. And the keep will be destroyed there. Simpsons pursuing the horsemans. Right now, Orange has 26, 27 Hincaniers in the field with 13 more on the way. Earl's Guards are going down there. A couple lords got gunned down. Start stepping away. We do have now Citadels improve their attack speed. No serpentine gunpowder for bonus damage and sprinting. Knights and horsemen trying to fall back there. Hincaniers firing away. Balkans far away. Culverins hitting these archery ranges. Starting to torch down that outpost. My apologies, reaching for a drink. Those couple guys got impaled by a bunch of throwing knives. Earl's Guards, of course, do have pretty good range for those throwing knives, as we mentioned earlier. And so they will outrange the hand cannoneers. Quite a bit of choke here, so Knights and Horsemen have trouble connecting. Hand cannoneers, however, just having a few day in front of them. No arrow volley there, nor precision shot, or synchronized shot. Well, he had that research. Yes, he does. This will be a time for a synchronized shot there. Balkans firing away. There's a synchronized shot now. Vulcans are getting ripped apart there. They have very little range armor. They have more melee. They have 10 melee armor, so they will stand quite a bit, particularly Spearman, and resist the Horseman's bonus damage, as well as Scout's bonus damage for siege weapons. You never know when 20 Scouts may show up and try to shank your siege weapons. You do have these guys charging way forward. No, oh, there's a synchronized shot there. Rained a little bit short. Rained really short there. You now have a siege workshop being researched. No lords in the field. Has 11 manors in the field. Takes out slower Balkans immediately. Longbow needs to pick them off. Need to see some arrow volley here. Might as well get it going, get the DPS firing. Looks like just now activated it, or it just expired. Nope, it's activated now. Synchronized shot there, gets a decent volley. English players now rotate to mass man-at-arms. They have, of course, a good amount of armor, missing out some of the armor upgrades, but 11 range armor makes so these longbowmen or yeomen only do 2 damage and then some against these man-at-arms, so not great. Longbowman right now has 14 damage. The yeomen right now have, like I said, 13. And another arrow volley there. They have 6 tower range, as opposed to these longbowmen, of course, 7 at the moment. Looks like neither side's gotten silk bowstring, have they? These structures sort of get torched on down. We got multiple Vanguard Ranger groups now being deployed in the field. Very nice. Vanguard Rangers do have more damage, more health, and more range. Silk bowstring produced by the House of Lancaster. Don't see it yet for the English player. Vanguard Rangers, I think, have inherent 8 range. There's a group of them now. You see there, and rather than 14 damage in a little bit, we do have 18 damage. 8 tile range, we can boost up to 9.5 with Silk Bowstring. And so retaining Arrow Volley, they have 125 health. Longbowmen have 95 as well. They're just outright better than Longbowmen in every aspect. Our ball couldn't being focused down. Very good arrow volley there. Vanguard Rangers the back line firing away. It looks like the one in Purple's Villager's got in mix. She has only a short bow. Vanguard Rangers pursuing the Vulcans, got a good number of Culvins in the back line. Another precision shot there, splash down some of those guys. Orange's man-at-arms are charged way forward. They're simply just going to be far more cost efficient than the Earl's Guards. Just thanks to the armor clad, though the dagger throw abilities are still pretty good. And they do throw 2 daggers for 31 damage. It is quite significant. 24 damage at the moment. And now these man-at-arms at 20 damage. We got Rolling Shredder now being researched by Purple. Single-sided victory once again for Orange. That was a lot of daggers hitting that one guy. Plus 10 damage. Oh yeah, they get plus 1 damage per keep. That's what's the big damage difference is. With the amount of keeps he has, he's able to boost up their damage quite a bit, so he's able to overcome the armor clad and then some. Right now that 9 armor, Earl's Guard are right now at 8. Excuse me. Oh, what's the going for these spring golds. Now it's probably a good idea to transition to some more Vanguard Raiders. Going for a healthy number of longbow and just a large pile of men-arms. English players actually low on all resources, while the House of Lancaster is low on gold, has some food reward to work with. Another precision shot there. Looks like a large big dodge this time. And we've got these Warren Rangers going straight for the Spring Golds. Going for their Vulcans now. They do take a volley there. And do have Tideborns being reached for the House Lancaster, which he should have 4 relics. Yep. Units push forward. Good number of siege weapons there by the House of Lancaster. Orange is the max out population. This time, in this case, just men at arms and longbow. Some more Garden Rangers on the field with 2 more groups in the way. Army value. Purple has an army value of 16,000 versus 12,000 orange, so purple has a clear army value advantage. Longbow and push your way forward, trying to play siege weapons, but overall, sort of dancing around in the front line, which is not great. These forces being picked off by reinforcing man at arms. Spring Gold falling back. We got these yeomen advancing, or the other way. Culverins push their way back. Right now I'm getting hit by some exhaustion. My apologies. Spring Golds and yeomen push way forward. Villagers, no villagers there. Just Earl's Guard and man at arms engage each other. Rangers advancing. Let's pick off some of these siege weapons now. Horsemen and knights from Warren Raiders are being blown in the field. A healthy group of them. That'll help them get quick reinforcements on the field quickly. Not to mention their speed will help them get to the front line quickly as well. Looks like Purple got a nice little surround there with all of his Earl's Guard. Coven being picked apart by the Longbowmen. Another ground arrow volley. Still no silk bowstring. Did Orange realize he does not have silk bowstring? Right now, with the yeomen have more range than longbowmen since they have silk bowstring. Couple group of knights advancing. Purple's front line is disintegrating. Right now, House of Lancaster just has a good number of Earl's Guard and yeomen in the field. English player right now has men-at-arms, longbowmen, and a good number of knights and horsemen. Also mainly building some knights as well as going for more Warren Guard Raiders. Horsemen knights heading up north. Market here. Orange could eye for a handful of traversing with purple. Just get some passive gold incoming. You don't have to go for too many, just something to keep you going. That's a lot of daggers this all got thrown. Knights and horsemen will find an opening that was there because of a gold or stone deposit. I think that was a stone deposit. Horses moving forward, gets some damage on the various stuff. Some of these villagers are being impaled, intercepted by the various cavalry. There goes my empty can. We do have more Earl's Guard and Yeomen advancing there. 7 spring golds in the field. As right now, when more villages going down, that course can allow purple to get a larger army in the field. Orange's forces falling back. Orange's trying to fall back. So some of these structures there. Earl's Guards engaged, man-at-arms engaging. Another precision shot there. Gets a good amount of damage to some of the longbow. Looks to took out some more guard rangers as well. Spring Gull's being focused down, very nice. Cavalry still raiding around trying to get more villagers. Earl's Guards are going down, getting overrun by the reinforcements. Yeomen and crossmen trying to fall back. Cannon engaging some of these keeps. Horsemen and knights pursuing these falling units falling back, followed from Warren Guard army. More of these yeomen still being picked on off by the pursuing horsemen. Purple right now has plenty of food, is running low on wood and gold, so he's going to have trouble reinforcements. Really anything that does not cost food, which is almost everything. Now let's keep there. Yeoman or longbow straight forward. With the arrow volley now being activated there. Crossman being picked on off. Precision volley does go down. Another spearman now mix on in. Longbowman and man-at-arms straight forward. Good volley there. Horsemen and knights advancing. Mangonel rolls a miss there. Mangonel there does go down. Orange's force here is just simply getting overran. Could see some openings here. Man-at-arms being accepted by some Earl's Guard. Purple is down below 100 villagers still. Precision volley there hits some of these villagers, or longbowmen, getting a good amount of damage there. Various forces on the flank now. 100 military units for 126 villagers. Military size 81 plus 12 plus versus 74. Purple's front line's getting cleaned on up. Orange is not doing all too well. Knights and horses straightforward. And also going for those Magnels. Pretty good volley there onto those man-at-arms, severely wounding them. Magnels hitting a bunch of melee units. Knights and horsemen trying to intercept those Magnels. But these units are starting to fall back now. Push the way forward once again. Man-at-arms supported by some longbowmen. House Lancaster going for Earl's Guard, Spearmen, and Yeomen. He's going for some, what's it called? Earl's Retinues. Garrison Commands, getting some Spearmen and one Earl's Guard. Man-at-arms straightforward, longbow in the back line. His economy is low, but has decent enough stockpile. Lord's Lancaster player is does not have much gold and doesn't have as much wood as you would like as well. Oh, he just spent all those resources on Q. We got a good Q for Orange as well. He still has a resource in reserve. So it looks like the longer the game goes on, better the available good for Orange. Longbow and take some shots there. Magnel gets a good volley there. Arrow volley now activated. Oh, it was a bit of a miss there. Magnel's straightforward. Good volley there. Bit of damage over here by the Magnels. Longbows on the back line firing away. We do have now a round of Raiders trying to flick around and hit those siege weapons. Longbow and push right forward, getting some good damage onto the Spearmen. Magnel is slowing down some more of those longbowmen. Yeoman still back on backline firing. Still no silk bowstring by purple. That is or orange. That is a big oversight, I would say. So many of these engagements would work so much better when longbowmen are able to range the siege weapons. Purple is starting to lose some units in the front line. Got another arrow volley there, trying to focus on the Magnels. Does leave one to escape. Magnel gets a good volley there. Got more of these forces being stringed on in. Right now, each player's just queued up 103 more man-at-arms. 50 on the field at the moment. Right now, he has having trouble maintaining max population, but it is hovering around 195. Purple is at 180, and those on gold go for more food and wood, so maybe some more yeomen. A bit of damage there. Precision shot. No Lords of Lancaster help out purple. Doesn't have the gold for either way. More volleys there. First one to fall back. Out of gold, has food and wood. Going for a healthy number of spearmen. We got some mangonels. Another volley fire. Orange starting to fall back now. House Lancaster may just want to for some crossbowmen, deal with all these man-at-arms. Yeoman so far away, trying to focus on the Vanguard Rangers. English man-at-arms slowly being picked apart, but right now we just got Vanguard Rangers and man-at-arms in composition for the English player. Cavaliers tend to get +1 melee armor, particularly when fighting against the spearmen. Each player has his production queue as a reserve, also going for some Vanguard Raiders after the Vanguard Rangers. One big final engagement here. This might be the final engagement. Good number of yeomen here. Englishman arms trying to break on through. Nothing much spearmen can do versus them. Vanguard Rangers straightforward, trying to hit the siege weapons. Now purple does have larger arm in the field, but quality is another matter. Another volley fire activated there. Chrysaor takes out the outpost. The English player has plenty of food and wood to work with, some gold. House Lancaster is just scraping the bottom barrel of resources. The amount of damage there. Vanguard Rangers just hitting everything quite well. Another volley fire active there by the Vanguard Rangers. All man arms being streamed on in. Orange started to push more and more his way forward. He'll break through the front line of purple and may soon be hitting the back line. Bit of fire there. Spring Gulls do get a bit of damage on those man-at-arms. Orange starting to break on through. Purple's having trouble maxing. 107 villagers or 7 population in the field versus 95. Orange's been pretty steady around 95. So he's being picked on off. Got another network of Citadels being pulled in the front line. Mangonels in good numbers, but they're slowly being picked on off. More spearmen advancing down south with these Vanguard Rangers. Purple's having trouble remaxing, now down to below 150 population. And looks like Purple does resign there. This is AngradeVT saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay.